The Special Investigating Unit has welcomed the arrest of 6 government officials by the Hawks in Mpumalanga. Their charges include fraud, theft, money laundering and contravention of the Prevention of Organised Crime Act. 5 of the accused were employed, or technically are employed, at the Mbombela Traffic Department, one at the Mbombela Local Municipality. We're joined now by the spokesperson for the SIU, Kaizer Kganyago. Kaizer, good evening to you. Thank you for your time. From what I can see, these people use the access to government systems in Mpumalanga to essentially get money to help people avoid traffic fines. How do they do it?
Good afternoon, Stephen, and good afternoon to your listeners and viewers. Yes, these people were working in the government department, especially in the traffic department in Mbombela, the local traffic department, and the local municipality, wherein they then manipulated the e-matrix system, and they made sure that when you are owing a lot of money and you cannot renew your car, then they transfer, change your details, and they are able to then give it to somebody else, and then all those things that you owe go to this new person, and then they return it to you without those amounts that were supposed to be paid, and you pay them something on the side. That is the one part that they were doing. And in another part, they will then issue, in terms of the system, they will issue a instruction that you are not supposed to be paying when you have transferred money with EFT, and then when that transaction is done, they then balance the books and take the money that we would have transferred. And that resulted in them doing about 10,000 plus illicit transactions to the value of 60 million rand. 60
million rand, just through access to the system. That's a huge amount of money. How long did it go on for?
It went on for a very long time because we started investigating this in 2017 with the proclamation R37. And you can understand from 2017 to now, when they arrested, is almost 5 years. And it had been happening prior to that, when the whistleblower then came to us before 2017. Therefore, it must be something that would have happened over a period of 10 years.
As I understand it, they were so confident they would actually approach people. So they didn't wait for someone to, in the classic way, sort of offer a cool drink. They said, buy me a cool drink.
Yes, no, they would they would look at the system and see the people who are struggling to renew their motor vehicle licenses. Because the details are there, they would approach those people and say, give us this and then we'll sort you out. And that's how they manipulated the system.
60 million rand. Has that money all been spent, or is there a chance it can come back?
Yeah, it's going to be rather difficult to have it come back because these are individuals who took it and ate it, but once we make sure that it's set aside, because this is not a contract, that's why we only report criminally, and then they are being arrested. Because if it was a contract, we set it aside and then recover the money. But this is going to be a difficult one because we're just individuals with no contract involved.
So, in this case, people were doing it for a long time. They used their ability within the system to do it. They did it. They made a lot of money from it. I would imagine it's possible that this has happened in other provinces and other places too.
Yes, there's a possibility because the proclamation that we are having will allow us to look into other places because we are looking at the e-matrix system, which happens in all the other provinces. Therefore, we can go to any other province where the allegations are faced.
Is there any way, from what we know at this stage, the system that was being used, could that system be changed to stop this from happening? And, of course, you don't want a system that gets too complicated.
No, the system, I don't think the problem is the system here, Stephen. The issue is they were able to manipulate it. All that we have done is to do systematic recommendations to say, these are the things that you need to do. All that it needs to happen is to have codes and some PIN numbers for you to be able to access certain parts of the system so that things like this are not allowed to happen.
Thank you very much indeed. Kaizer Kganyago is the spokesperson for the Special Investigating Unit.